Welcome to Collecting Chaos. My name is James, and this is another deep dive. This time we'll be doing not one, but two, hopefully, Henry comics. If I have time. If I don't have time, I'll just do one. And I have a special guest for this one. My special guest is a tool you don't see me use too often. This. Let's get to my hands and see what's going on. Okay, these are the comics that we're going to do a deep dive on today. We're going to start with this one. So we'll put this one off to the side for now. Hopefully I'll be able to do both of them. And I have, of course, my special guest, which you'll see what I'm going to use it for in just a few minutes. Taking a look at the outside, it looks like it's had a little bit of water damage. Not real bad. I don't think I'm going to try to get it out. I think I'll leave it there. Although the white is dingy and could use a clean. Probably I'll just go over that with an eraser. Not going to do that on camera, I don't think. Back again, it needs a clean. I'm not sure how I want to do that. I might just clean the white parts. I might do an overall cleaning with the eraser. We'll see. That's the cover. Doesn't look that bad. It presents really nicely, but with a little bit of a clean, it'll present even better. So I'm not going to try to sell it. This is probably going to be in my permanent collection. This is Henry number 18 from 1951. Technically Golden Age. And now you know what this is, what I have my brush for. Yeah, you can definitely see the water, the tide mark here. So, and it goes all throughout the comic, apparently. A lot of times there's grit inside of a comic, and some people use air. I've used air in the past, but this I think is actually a better way to do it. Very, very slight acidic smell. Not enough to even worry about, I don't think. If you do want to see me clean the cover, and I think that's the only part of this I'm going to try to clean is the cover. But if you don't want to see me do that, leave a comment down below about that, letting me know that you want me to clean the cover on camera. Like I said, I'll probably just use an eraser. It's something I've done. I don't know how many times, quite a few times on camera, so I don't know that it's really necessary. Well, this looks nasty, and that's a little bit swollen up. It's almost like somebody had wet fingers and put their fingers on it. Or greasy fingers, maybe. I don't know if I can get that out or not. I don't know if I want to try. It's just on those few pages, it looks like. I probably could remove that with some peroxide treatment and a light box. I don't mind using a light box. I have no desire to put peroxide on my comics. Peroxide is, I mean, I'm probably just being overly cautious, but peroxide is a chemical. It does have acidic qualities to it. And I don't want to add more acid to newsprint that already has a lot of acid in it. overall the comic's in pretty nice shape. Yeah, I'm trying to decide what condition I think this should be considered. I stopped putting specific grades on my comics. All I do now is high, mid, and low. Really, I think that's all that's needed for anything, as long as the comic is complete. And of course, any incomplete comic is always low grade automatically, in my opinion. But yeah, as long as the comic is complete, it's at minimum of low grade, obviously. This one's not in bad shape. You know what? The stains are bothering me, but they're not that bad. I think if I sent this in and had it graded, it would probably come back either I'm thinking maybe a 4. I don't know. Because it's, aside from those few stains, it's in really nice shape. I'd probably go a VG, maybe VG minus on it. It's a really nice comic. Let's take a look at this other one. If you want to see me do the light cleaning with an eraser, let me know in the comments, and make sure make sure you let me know that that's the one you want me to clean. Well, let's take a look at this other Henry here. This one is, I think it's the next issue, number 14. What was this one? This was number 18, so this one is the older comic. This one is probably from 1950 then. Someone was practicing their cursive writing, obviously, all over the comic cover. July, August 1950. Wow, this one is really white. Really looks good. But you never know what you're going to find when you go through a comic. And this is necessary. You have to look at every page when you are getting ready to put a comic in your collection. Or even if you're going to sell it, you need to look at every page to make sure it's complete, that there's no major problems with it. Oh, it's a shame about about all the ink on the front cover. This is... If it didn't have all that writing on the front cover, this might hit, a fine. Maybe even a fine plus, because these pages are just beautiful. But you never know what you're going to find, and it looks like there's some ink on the next wrap. Oh yeah, right in the center. Now you see this? Look at that. That was in the center of the comic there. And if I were to press it with that in there, I'd have a bump in it. Yes, they went to town on this one. Wow. So, Yeah, that's kind of a shame. Now they're practicing their art, and they're pretty good. But yeah, that's such a disappointment, because it took what could have been a fine, dropped it down a grade, in my opinion. Oh, wow. Dropped it down more than one. This actually affects the reading. It distracts from the comic, distracts from the reading. Yeah, again, on this one, I'm thinking good, maybe very good. Good to very good, maybe. Because of all the writing that's inside of it and on the cover. And as you look through a comic, you have to be willing to adjust your grades based on what it looks like. And it's a real shame about the writing on the inside, because this is other than that, this is a really gorgeous comic. Could use a bit of a cleaning on the back, but I'm probably not going to mess with it because I know I'm not going to get that ink off of there. I don't even think I can make it any lighter. Depends on what kind of ink they used. And I know people are out there panicking, going, "You can't use an eraser on color." Yeah, you can. Just ask Jerry the Jitterbug. He'll tell you. You can use it on color. You have to be real light about it. And I'm not using any pressure at all. I am getting a little dirt off of this, though. So. All depends on what kind of ink that is as to if it will come off or not. Okay, my camera stopped, but I wanted to go ahead and show, because it only allows me like 15 minutes of record time. But I wanted to show you this real quick, a little tip. A lot of people say you can't clean comic book cover with an eraser. That is patently not true. You can. Here I have a clean eraser, as you can see. It's clean. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the eraser over the comic. I'm not putting any pressure whatsoever on the comic. Dragging it over, the only pressure that's on it is what the eraser itself is putting on there. And we're going to see if we can get any dirt off. Now, keep in mind that I was doing this earlier when my camera shut off, so you didn't get to see the results. Hopefully, it'll do something. Look at the amount of dirt that came off of that. Now, that's not color, that's black. That's filth that's on this comic. As you can see, it did not affect the color at all. It's very light. You can absolutely clean a comic book that way, a comic book cover that way. You don't want to rub. You don't want to put any pressure on it. You want the only pressure that you want on it, and you can do it with the whole. I mean, you could do it like this if you wanted to, and you're going to get dirt off. So that's just a little tip. For those that are interested. Don't put any pressure on. Let the pressure be what the eraser is going to give you. And you can absolutely take the dirt off of some of your comics that way. That's the first time. That was the one that I did this way. Now, you'll see that I didn't do the edge because I didn't want to take it from the edge. If you want to go all the way to the edge, then you start at the spine and go all the way. So yeah, you can absolutely use an eraser to clean your comics. The whole, and the color part too. All I'm doing is, I have a little piece of sandpaper here. I'm cleaning the eraser off with sandpaper. The nice part about this is you get the comic book a little bit cleaner, and you don't end up with a lot of stray pieces from the eraser. Let's see what we get off of the back of this real quick. Let's take it this way. And like I said, I'm just going to go over it real light. Look at that. The proof. No color loss. Lots of dirt loss. Here's the clean side again. So let's see, I'm turning it over so the clean side's down. And that was just from the spine, just a little bit, but we'll take it over the whole comic and see how much dirt we get off of it. Now, some people might say, well, you switched sides. Oh, did I? No, I didn't. That's actual dirt that came off of this book. There you go. That's it. I'm going to send you back over to me, and we'll close this thing out. Well, there you go. That's my deep dive for the day, and tomorrow we'll maybe do another one. I'm working on another project that I might be featuring next week. We'll talk more about that later. So in the meantime, everybody, make sure you like and subscribe if you're not already, and have yourself a great day. Make sure before you handle your comics, you wash your hands. Make sure after you handle your comics, you wash your hands, because it's good for your comics. Most importantly, it's good for your health. And we'll see you later. Bye.